My name is Eva Macoretta, and I am a contemporary arts student at Etobicoke School of the Arts, here to hopefully shed light on how I use human memories and the roles we play within them as a medium within my work. Ever since I was a child, I remembered my great-grandfather used to wear a gold watch on his right wrist. I called him Nanatino. He was a remarkable man who left lasting impressions on everyone he met. He passed away when I was at the vulnerable age of 13. And since that day, I rely on the memories I made with him as a connecting force, the only thing I have left to hold on to, that I have control over. I held on to my experiences, providing myself with an authority over something that any 13-year-old longed for. And with that, I had control for the first time. No one could take away or touch those memories except for me. Maintaining that stability played an imperial role in my grieving and acceptance. But when talking to other family members and researching old photos, I realized that there were flaws in my memories of core experiences that I held so close. My grandfather's watch had never been worn on his right wrist like I remembered as a child. That gold watch sat untouched on his left wrist for as long as he had owned it. So why do I have such vivid memories of something that did not take place but to my young eyes was so real? I was filled with doubt and some degree of devastation. My fraudulent memories I am supposed to be in control of spun away from me, and there was nothing I could do about it. My inability to remember details contributed to a powerful perpetual loss. These false narratives made me feel like an imposter in my own experiences, questioning the legitimacy of a memory altogether. Where are the holes in these memories, and how can I remember the truth when I can't even trust my own mind? It's all sewn together by neuroplasticity, a concept that inherently affects everyone. A human brain contains a natural ability to change, grow, and be manipulated throughout time. As we age, so does our brain and the memories that follow suit. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change its structure and function in response to experience or damage. Or in many people's cases, through growing up, our brains adapt to new environments and experiences that we encounter. Until I took a step back to fully analyze my thinking process, I never would have realized that subconsciously every decision, action, and work I put into this world reflect the memories that I've made and what I've learned from them. This is especially evident in my most recent work, where I've fully been able to embrace and reflect on them. Through this process, I've come to terms with the acceptance of my flawed memories, and through that, I've found ways to enhance them consciously, while taking my brain off autopilot and documenting that process. Through mixed media, old films, photographs, and letters, I collect any and all information I have access to from time periods in my life, people of significance, or moments in my memories. This process uses a combination of new research and old memories to cohesively come to a balanced interpretation of a specific moment or memory. The memories that I have are mine, and although they may be subject to fog and change, I can use what remains of them as a foundation for my art and decision-making. I am combining modern research, whether it's maps or historical landmarks or updated photos, to supplement the holes in my memories. Something I also rely heavily on during this research process is the use of material items that complement my memories. These mostly come in forms of photos or film, often the only physical form of documentation that remain. I also love to incorporate items of significance to help my clarity and really be able to paint a vivid picture. Using this combination of modern understanding, historical reservations, and my experience all together, I can clearly and concisely fashion accurate documentation of what a moment truly means to me right now. The human mind is subject to error. That is inevitable. Misinformation, miscommunication, and false memories have lasting impacts on one's mind and stick with people for years. The more a memory is recalled and referred to, the more sensitive it becomes to manipulation. One small aspect of a memory is changed each time it is recalled, making every moment and experience unique and different than the last time it was remembered. We can be led to remember our past in different ways. Entire events can be made up or disregarded as a result of being impressionable. These distortions or false memories are not as negative as they may seem, and I have found a way to come to terms with them. They make room for growth, development, and new perspectives to be adapted to formulate new outcomes and come to more intuitive conclusions. Intuition is what guides us, but our processes are what helps us enhance and create inclination of the mind's capacity. Plasticity has its effects on all memories and manipulates them so that they can feel so real as to not question their legitimacy. Memories can be combined with elements of separate events to form one cohesive storyline, while misinterpreting events entirely. This makes it virtually impossible to differentiate and draw that line between experienced and enhanced. My memories of my great-grandfather that have been stored for years are subject to competition with newer experiences and information. As I grew older, my brain was exposed to concepts I didn't comprehend as a child, too preoccupied with my youth that important information flew right over my head. After my grandfather's passing is when adults told me stories of his time as a younger man. This interference of information simultaneously combated and formed a narrative to enhance my childhood memories. I was piecing together the holes and gaps in my memories with new information, something invasive but thrilling, a few steps closer to clarity. My mind was completing a complex puzzle, one combined with old but cherished pieces and new modern informed pieces as well. These holes in my memories are opportunities for personal embroidery. My memory consists of a blend of first-person experience and an elevated, matured reflection of those thoughts. They are threaded with the experiences and stories passed down and the conclusions I've come to on my own through physical remains. This creates a modern depiction of what is left and the significance it holds. Within my work, I bind the lasting memories through historical and modern perceptions to create the most accurate depiction of what is left from my perspective. I know what I've seen and the memories that I've made, and although this outcome may vary from the eyes of that 13-year-old, I know that his left hand with that gold watch is guiding me through this confusion and helping me build the clearest version of what my memories are able to transcribe.